Alright, well, I assume this will be another non-combat type of episode, but hopefully I'll be able to get through like the rest of like the town stuff for, you know, exploring around those type of things. Well, obviously get all the exploration out early on and like, you know, have more like combat stuff later on. Just in case like, you know, there's something important that, you know, happens non-combat wise. Which, you know, is something this game might do. It is a story-driven type of roguelike. Did I explore in here? I can't remember. Let's go have a check. Here's the Guardian Barracks. Welcome to the headquarters of the Alliance Guardians. How are you today, Lyric? I remember you. Go on through. I believe Commander Zakari is expecting you. Well, he's expecting me. You use this war room for strategic planning on key scouting missions and strikes against the Green Flame. I heard you led a party right through a force fence. This small victory against the Shade King may change everything. This is a city map, which the Guardians have profiled the most important people of the city. Thanks to you, we have access to the entertainment district. Now, we can follow the brief easily now that the trade has been reestablished to the spooks of the Great Ghost Bazaar. Yes. Here's the card. Please speak to Balfour as the Electric Library. He'll know how to help you go with the All-Mother. So we already spoke to him, I guess. And of course, this is, I guess, his bedroom. I've learned to appreciate these quiet moments, and it feels like the calm before a storm of doing our next service run. We're in this room now, apparently. Alright, let's go upstairs, I guess. Celeste is inside. She can be a bit rough around the edges, but she has a good heart. I heard you were able to break through the frost fence leading to the entertainment district. I may have been hasty in judging you so soon. But don't rest on your laurels just yet. The others may feel happy about your confidence, but we're still hanging on by a thread down here. You saved my life, Celeste. I'm going to earn my keep one way or another. I'm one who focuses on results. I like that. This still doesn't mean I don't trust you, though. There's Celeste. She likes us a little bit more. The Guardians still command great respect in Daleark. If not for our efforts following the incident, there would be no sergeant today. Captain Esquire told me about you. He had nothing but good things to say. A friend of his is a friend of mine.
Yes.
Lanville, Lyric, I saw what you did to the frost fence. It's completely gone. You're welcome. If we move the rest, your fortunes here may change. I'm sure we're on the right path. Please discuss your next move with Zachary and Balthazar. No trip to the service is to be taken lightly. I've lost too many men in even on routine scavenging missions. Please be careful. So there's him. Sometimes Captain Esquire joins us on routine scavenging missions. I've always known him to lead it by example. Zachary may consider you a friend, but my orders still stand. This chamber is strictly off limits. Alright, well, there'll be more to explore here, perhaps. So there's the barracks explored. Well, let's go here. I think I've already been here, but let's look around. It's not safe to walk around the shanty alone. Be careful. Dick, spare some helium for a former soldier miss. Protector. Whisper, hey, Whisper. Chat, is that her? The one who suddenly appeared? Shh. Pretty sure I've been here, but whatever. Woman, our ancestors moved to Essenair to find a better life. Instead, we inherit nothing but sorrow. You're from Edena, right? Our ancestors may have come from the same realm, but I can always spot an outliner. I guess we'll go this way for now. Exiled Drow woman. The drifters of Essenair arrived from all over Ephria. We may have come from different kingdoms, but we found souls together. What do you expect? The dwarves believe we're all backward degenerates. We gotta stick together. He won't stop crying. Is he sick? I don't have enough medicine to soothe his pain. Ah. Come, Outlander, warm yourself by the fire. Stay cold for too long and your bones will ache. Here's your man. The dwarves blame everything that goes wrong down here on us. Even the Guardians have begun to suspect us. Stay calm, brothers. Our reckoning is upon them. This is some serious tech. What is it doing all the way out here in such a depleted state? The drifters of Essenair come from different lands. We are not united by one race, but by a common cause. Hey you, care for a bowl of rabbit stew? No thanks. Button doors? You hate them too, right? Dialog is like a giant chest containing the collective angst and enmity between the Crown Loyalists and the Drifters. I don't remember hearing about Hilda calling for you. Beat it. So apparently someone called Hilda will be over here. I don't think we've been up this way, so... Wanted, an able-bodied adventurer willing to get his or her hands dirty. M. Alright, well, let's just get out of here, I guess. There's not really much to see. Yet. Yeah, I assume there won't be too much of a change in conversation with these guys most of the time, so... It is what it is. Now what's here? The Naziri. Here's the assassin types, I guess. Step back, Outlander. The Naziri have heard whispers of your arrival here. Just because you've been released doesn't mean you can freely wander here. I've come with Zacher's approval. Please check this document. You're a hunter now. I must admit, I am surprised they granted you this status so quickly. I wonder why. This place makes me feel like I'm back in Zimmerad. That's scent again. Ah, it's you, Outlander. We heard rumor you went to the surface. Did you find anything of interest? Essenair is a wasteland now. It's hard to believe the extent of the city's destruction. You still have much to see, human. Come back and share a few stories over a warm glass of fire brew with us soon. You people are soft, Edeni. They had never been tested by the very environment they live in. And there's the, the tent, perhaps. Drill in. The Naziri caste system is structured as a great pyramid. The Shah brand sits atop that order, and we all serve at his pleasure. Well, let's look around here, I guess. The Naziri slept inside these heated contraptions. Looks oddly similar to a coffin. Blood donator. I'm trying to keep up with the demand with our magic for my blood energy, but without the proper nourishment, I can't give enough. Next candidate. Excuses are for a week of blood, sister. We shouldn't burden the warriors with our problems. They have enough to worry about. Codex. Going. The other races don't understand our culture. As a thrall, I do not consider myself a victim of the caste. After all, I'm proudly serving my role for the great good of our people. So obviously Drow are caste type of people. I say like, you know, I'll note that like, you know, generally in these like, you know, these games, the different races are sort of depicted as being like representative of like the different like cultures in the world. So, for example, you might say like the dwarves, for example, are, they're like snooty and like, you know, dismissive of like other types. So maybe consider them to be like, you know, the English perhaps, like the old type of English that like, you know, they're above like the others. The Drow, I guess, in this game would be like representative of like the Hindu of like, you know, of India. Like they basically have a caste system where like, you know, you have like women, I guess, in like a certain caste, men in a certain caste. And like, you know, there's like different rules for the caste. Like you have like the emperors and like the person before you, below the emperor and stuff like that. And you know, like you're born to a caste, and you stay in that caste. You don't move between the castes or anything. Those of us born into the divine caste will study to become childmancers. Those born into the arcane caste must study the art of blood magic. Those are the burdens we bear for our people. Codex. You'd like a shot of our finest fire brew. Bombs up, Outlander. Ack, wow, that's rough. Your blood energy is low today, Thrall. This is inexcusable. I'm sorry, madam. I will try harder. I wonder how the Sylvani cultivate energy for the hedge magic. Do not idle with such concerns. They are an insult to our shared elven lineage. So I guess the idea here is that, like, you know, the Drow are, like, you know, based on Hindu. I guess the elves aren't based on, like, the Hindu. They're, like, based on something else, like, say, Buddhism or stuff like that. That'd be funny. Like, you know, the Buddhists are the healers and the Hindus are, like, you know, bloody. Codex. These are personal chambers of Mithra, blood leader of the Naz series. Stay back, Outlander. Alright, well, we'll stay back. By the way, I should probably note that if I press P, I actually do have the option, I guess, to upgrade my perks. So, I can use Lionheart, Wolf Tenacity, War Dog, or Cat Burglar. So I can up my health, my vigor, my combat, or my sleight. I've only got one perk left at the moment, so I'm just gonna, you know, not worry about that until we really need to worry about it. Here's the tent. Stranger, where are you going, little kitty? Spied, I'm toast now. The Naziri are a nomadic people. These traditional tents sheltered them from the elements in the harsh deserts of Zamarid. Alright, well, that was actually a lot quicker than I expected it to be, so what to do now? Let's see what this is going to do. The ascending room. Why is there so many people in here? Hilda, you vile wench. Your people are responsible for this, aren't they? Hilda Severson, do you really think we should sabotage the ascending room? Hacken, the last thing we want is to be trapped down here with you. Hacken, you do anything here with our expeditions to find King Algrim. Remember, your people are allowed to remain here due to our good graces. Do not push your luck. We don't answer to the dwarves. If the guardians were here, we'd be running the cesspit. The sooner you learn your place, the better. Thanks to the Crimson Rain, there won't be anything left to rule. We'll take our leave now. This place reeks of drifters. Alright, what's going on? Grumble. False saying we need your help. Grumble. More distractions. What do you want? I'm looking to take a ride in the ascending room. Are you a blind girl? It's under maintenance. Well, thanks to the drifters. And who do they call when this thing breaks down? Me, of course. When will it be ready? Get some sleep and come back in a few hours. It should be done then. Well, we can't do this right now, so... Okay. Sleep time. This is such a long quest, you know. Are you sure we're stocked for journey? We can't afford any rookie mistakes on this outing. Don't worry, I know it'll be much more difficult to find what we need on the field. I don't know how those blue idiots let that witch escape. Hey, keep your voice down. We don't need to cause any unnecessary panic. You know, old Murray told me to support you free of charge. That make any sense to you? No matter. You'll have to pay up later anyhow. There's something here for an North Venture Company. This be a parcel. Nari mentioned. I wonder what's inside. You've received the Asadili garb, so we got ourselves some more stuff to wear. A traditional foxeer garb made from fine colorful silk. Should I wear this? So I can wear it out if I want. Basically make her like look different. Now I look a lot more foxier. Now I look like a civilian. So Denny, Civies, Adasa, Asadali. Carbon for some reason. And then a normal look. Well, let's sleep, I guess. See what happens. Alright, I guess we're having a dream. Not sure if it's getting darker or brighter or what. Well, it's getting darker. Let's dream again.
Oi.
Here, come here, lass. Helga, how do you know? How do you do? Looks like you're making quite a splash in Delarak. What do you mean? While you were taking a nap, a visitor came asking for you. Nice to know the locals aren't immune to my charm. What was it about? For whatever reason, Hilda has you in her sights now. She sent one of her men here with an invitation for you to meet her. You can find her with the drifters in the shanty southeast of here. Be careful down there. Maybe I'll see what they want. My time is tight, though. Alright, now we get to go see Hilda. So we're going to meet the cast of the city, so to speak. Do. Don't finish saying anything new to these guys, so not going to worry about them. Hilda would like to speak to you. Please proceed. You found a page of Codex. Cool. The Crimson Reign fights for the Drifters' rights to self-determination. Only a tyrant would stand against our case. The name's Hilda. I'm only of the Crimson Reign. I've been expecting you, Lyric. Helga said you wanted an audience with me. That's right. I heard we have a new arrival to Delarak. Then I saw you at the ascending room and heard word of your recent exploits. I'm pressed. I've learned that news spreads fast around here, so why did you call for me? Short and to the point. I like that. You may have heard about a revolt in Icenair, but you have not heard the full story behind it. It's no secret that the dwarves have never mingled well with other races, Ice and air was supposed to be an exception to that rule. For generations, our people were welcomed here, and with the promise of beginning a new life. As the decades passed, tensions grew against their oppressive rule. They crushed dissent without mercy, people began to disappear, public examples were made of those who spoke out. We endured these conditions until it was unendurable. We heard rumors that they had not only treated our identity prisoners inhumanely, but they had even gone so far as to get malicious experiments on some of them. When I received word that my beloved brother Brown had been tortured, we revolted as a united front. Unfortunately, I did not have time to procure evidence of these crimes before Icenar fell to the Green Flame. I'm an outlander. I have no business meddling in either of your affairs. But that is the very reason why I wish to enlist your help. This is a delicate matter, and you have no hidden agenda in our quarrel. If you were to bring forth the evidence I speak of, it would make all the difference. I will not convince you to take a side in this. You will understand soon enough. If you change your mind, start with the most obvious place. Ice Reach Penitentiary. What you may find there may change our history. Our history remembers how history remembers my people. So what do you say? Mention her quarrel of Hacken at the Ascending Room? So see what they quarrel about. I hope the Crimson Rain had nothing to do with that Ascending Room malfunction. If not, I may consider helping you find this evidence you seek. We have nothing to gain for doing such a thing. Of course, it's easy for them to cast the blame on us. They believe we're trying to hinder their search parties. The truth they won't accept is that the king is long dead by now. Speaking of that, Lyric, I've asked so much of you already, but if you're interested, there's one more job I'd like to request of you. How can I help? Troubling rumors are beginning to spread that the Crimson Rain is responsible for sabotaging the Ascending Room. As you already know, Hacken wasted no time in pointing his finger at me. I wanted to put those rumors to rest once and for all. Maybe someone framed you, but what if it was just a malfunction? First of all, this is not about clearing my name. Tampering with the Ascending Room affects all of us. Keeping that lift functional is the key to our collective survival. Second, Dwarven machinery does not simply malfunction. Someone did this, and we need to ensure he's brought to justice. If the Guardians haven't been able to root out the perpetrator, how do you expect me to? Those citizens don't have your moxie. Why don't you start with the Ascending Room guards and see what you dig up? Succeed and I'll make it worth your while. Crimson Rain fights for Drifter's rights to self-determination. Only a tyrant would stand against our cause. Case. And Crimson Rain fights for Drifter's rights to self-determination, blah blah, same thing. Yes, Lyric? Let's ask about the Crimson Rain. There's a lot of conflicting information about what happens on the day of the incident. I'm curious about your side of the story. Braun was the face of the Crimson Rain. He always spoke out against the Crown's many injustices against their people. That day, I heard he was seized by Hacken's dwarves. I was approached by someone sympathetic to our cause. He told me that my brother was beaten to within an inch of his life. When news of this reached the people, we unified and rose up in arms against the Crown. We were storming a prison to free my brother when the incident occurred. In the midst of our fight, the Green Flame attacked. The King of the Shades and his lieutenants cast the great frost spell that remains around Icenar to this day. How does Jeffers feel about Hacken? Hacken has always been the throne's most loyal lapdog. He was King Argon's right-hand dwarf, the one responsible for imposing Crown wicked policies over our people. The Dwarven soldiers are still fiercely loyal to him. However, he has fallen out of grace with his people due to his failure to protect the king. He now leads their remaining forces with Prince Gunnar's blessing. His shadow still looms over us. Who are the Drifters? It is the name of a collective. We hail from every corner of the 5 realms. We are many races and cultures. Our ancestors heard the news that King Algrim of Icenar had new ambitions to erect a city above the surface. A city where all races could prosper together. Naturally, many of our families were skeptical. It all seemed too good to be true. Over a century later, our people have become just as much part of Icenar's rich tapestry as dwarves. Never mind, sorry to bother you. So there's some information given to us from there. I guess we can go talk to Hacken now if I want to. Gotta remember I got the notes here. So yeah, look at, like, we're getting lots and lots of information now on, like, the different stuff. There's some golems. There's different places of the world, I guess. Wow, that's a lot of information about races. We almost have all the races information, so I might do a reading for that soon. There's a bunch of myths. Well, I guess we'll go here first. Also repaired the ascending room. We can visit the residential district now. Planning to take a ride in the ascending room today. Apologies, we've had a bit of trouble. It's in need of repair. Let's see what it knows. Ask about any suspicious activity. Oh, we'll go to the ascending room first. Can't say I'm very eager to ride on such an unreliable machine. Unreliable? I'd rather take my chances down here than get stuck somewhere mid-trance in the ascending room, wouldn't you? Groan. You clearly have no appreciation for the fine art of ancient dwarven engineering. Well, it's not exactly working properly right now. Though through no fault of original engineers, the ascending room has been running just fine for centuries, and the dwarven tech is known for its fine craftsmanship. This stuff doesn't just break down. That's why it's so fascinating. You're saying someone tampered with it? There's no doubt in my mind. Volsing said as much too. You were standing guard. How is it possible that the ascending room could have experienced a malfunction like this? It's a mystery, even to me. Did you notice any suspicious activity on your shift? Not really. Well, come to think of it, there was a slight commotion here earlier in the day, but I took care of it quickly, so I could not have been related. What happened? A scavenging party was about to return from the surface. Sometimes people come here to greet the arrivals. One lady arrived, flew off the handle. She started attacking our man who was waiting nearby. I was staying here. He looked shaken and limped off without a word. She was flustered and left in a huff too. They were the only two there. Did you get a good look at the guy she was attacking? Just one of those guys, you know, the type, always hanging around the recruiting wall, mingling with the surface runners. Any idea where they were fighting over? Who knows, maybe it was a lover's quarrel. Sounds like your hands full, I'll leave it to you. Another day, another crap storm. Sounds like, you know, perhaps it might be, my camera's a layman engineer. It was his dream to come to Dorkholm long ago and study dwarven tech. Now that he guards the lift, he won't shut up how rare it is. So it sounds by the way that, you know, if I go to the recruiting board, there might be some information there. And look at that, there's a nice little crush mark there. I heard the ghost pillars open. Is this now? Blah blah. There we go. I'll need something strong to get over this headache. I heard you had an encounter at the ascending room. Rough day? How did you know about that? Ugh, never mind. Dillick is way too small. He's injured, but it seems like he might know something. Ask why he was at the ascending room. Did you hear about what happened to the ascending room? What are you talking about? It broke down and Volson was called to repair it. I don't know anything about that. What were you doing there then? I count many friends among the scavenging parties that travel above. I was just waiting there to welcome them back home. Seems like a bit of a coincidence that the ascending room malfunctioned right after your altercation. I don't like what you're implying. This is the first I've heard of it. Let me see that noggin of yours. Ouch, hey, be careful. Looks like you took quite a hit. You have a huge lump here. Ouch! And you got left with quite a shiner. You fancy yourself a civilian nurse? If I wanted treatment, I would have gone to the healing hall. I'm no nurse, but I've had a few bumps and scrapes of my own. Get something cold and apply pressure to it. You'll be fine. Whatever you say, thanks, Doc. Looks like his wounds were caused by someone with very sharp nails. Do you know the person who did this to you? No idea. I'd never spoken to this woman in my life. She kept screaming that she was going to bust my head. It would seem she was good to her word. She hit me in the back of the head while I was minding my own business. Before I knew what was happening, I was already down and she was clawing at me. Do you remember what she looked like? I remember her plain as day. She was one of those shanty harlots. I saw her with a dwarf. Can you imagine? A dwarf? Looks like I have another suspect. Dillick has prostitutes. Well, men have needs, you know. They work in the shanties. Some work at the Lost Lady Inn for clients that can afford it. It's a small town, though, and they need to be discreet. It sounds like you've had enough problems for one day. Make sure you get some rest. Yeah, whatever. So I guess we're gonna go to Lady Luck. Oh, guys, still in our fencer over there. Now I wonder if like these guys get randomized as time goes on, or we like always have like the same fencers and stuff. We'll change around my party at some point, but not just yet. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go to Lady Luck now. There we go. Working girl, Hick. Don't trip and bust your head, Hick. I may not be the only one tending a busted head today. What are you getting at, Hick? She looks drunk and disheveled. Let's see what I can get out of her. Ask why she's drinking. Hitting the bottle pretty hard there. How are you holding up today? Not well, Hick, but at least I got my licks in. I hear you, sister. What happened? My friend got assaulted a few days ago, right in the shanties. The low-life rascal who did it ran off before she could see his face too. I'm sorry to hear that. Is your friend okay? She's shaken, but fine. I just didn't think something like that could happen in Dale Eric. That's why she was at the ascending room. Were you at the ascending room today? Yeah, I found that filthy scamp today, and gave him a good what for. Who do you speak of? The man who assaulted my friend, of course. How did you manage to identify him? Well, just between you and me, one of my regular clients saw the whole thing. He personally pointed the guy out to me. Asked about the dwarf. I heard you were with someone at the ascending room today when the fight started. You heard about that, eh? Hick, well, the best part is he's a dwarf, Hick. Dwarves are usually such racial purists. What surprise. I know, right? The guy hates humans, Hicks. But you know, that's how he gets his rocks off. He likes to act tough, but he's a real softy deep down. Does he come to the Lost Lady off? Nah, you know, Hick, he likes to stick with his own kind. He's always drinking near Argon Manor. Likes to keep a real low profile when we meet up, for obvious reasons. Enjoy your drink. On you go. Well, let's see where we go next. Over here, of course. She attacked, and the poor fool didn't know what was happening. I bet the knot in his head is the size of my fist. They are true simpletons. Erling, I can imagine a harlot and a tramp tussling about. Must have been quite the sight. Apologies, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. What's it to you, Edeni? Ask about the drifter. Well, I just passed a Bruce Drifter by a recording board. I couldn't help but wonder where it was the same fellow. Did he have a big black eye? One and the same. Damn right, that's him. I watched that Blair take the beating with my own eyes. He's scraped with the Lady of the Night, no less. Oh ho, this human has a sense of humor. What did I tell you, lass? The Edeni outliers are not all that bad. You speak the truth, Erling. Why did Eisner get struck with such parasites? As for the prostitute, this shanty harlot, what do you know of her? What? I don't know anything about her. I just happened to see the fight. A fight you just happened to witness while passing the ascending room? Yeah. You know how these shanty vagrands are. They'll fight each other over a scrap of bread if they're so inclined. He just lied. He looks quite nervous too. Asked about the ascending room. Did you hear the ascending room is out of commission? Is that true, Erling? This is a disaster. Yeah, I heard. When did that happen again? It's fortunate for us the old dwarves built steering machines. We'll probably take a dwarf to tamper with something so well designed. Ridiculous. It was definitely one of those troublemakers from the Crimson Reign that did it. They're always causing problems for us. That's all I'll be leaving you now. I don't have any more leads to follow. I should report my findings to Hilda. Whoever's been wandering around these places they clearly should not be. If it were up to me, blah blah. Well, we'll go down to Hilda again. I wonder how many like of these like slight quests are gonna be, where like we do like a lot of like the city running around and stuff, talking to people. Ah, Lyric, you're finally here. All Mother saved me. She's the private detective you've been going on about. Unlike you, she's got the moxie to find a real criminal and clear my name. Don't you have something better to be doing right now, Lyric? I may know the identity of the person responsible for sabotaging the sending room. Well, who was it? The accused the survivor, accused the harlot, or accused the dwarf? Well, it's probably the dwarf. A dwarf named Erling. He resides near Ergrim Manor. A dwarf? And do you have any evidence for this allegation? First, unbeknownst to the guard, he was at the scene of the crime during the incident. Only the other two suspects knew he was there. Second, he lied about knowing one of the suspects, and his overall demeanor is quite suspicious. Incredible. Well, you hear her, Celis. What are you waiting for? Let's smash him. Just my luck. This is a delicate situation. I'm not sure you ladies understand the gravity of this news. Of course I do. If I'm right, then he put everyone in Dalek at the risk. We need to weigh the cost-benefit of our next response carefully. Coming down on one of the dwarves at this sensitive moment could be misinterpreted. What do you propose to do then? We do then? Erling should be turned over to the Guardians by one of his own. Seriously? Patience, Hilda. If Lyric is right, he'll get what's coming to him. In the meantime, go speak with Hacken and have him tactfully get to the bottom of this mess. Well, we go get to speak to Hacken finally. Isn't this a fun quest? Just running around. In many ways I like these like, older type of games that like, made use of like, just like quick like, screens you can like go through instead of like having to move a character manually around. Sometimes like that's just a better approach for doing these like, quicker quest like type of things. And here we are in Manor. Here we go. You must be Elvie Lyric. Thank you for coming at such a short notice of Prince Gardner's meeting. I'm not sure if you remember, but we bumped into each other at the Ascending Room. You were there, eh? This whole mess concerning the Ascending Room is obviously Hilda's doing. As if that rabbit rouser hasn't caused enough grief for us. Do you really believe she's responsible for sabotaging it? Who else? I was scheduled to lead a searching party to Service to find King Yargrim. Everyone knows the last thing she wants is his return. It doesn't matter. Bolsing will have the Ascending Room operational in short order. It'll take more than a few Crimson Ring fragments to compromise our Asian tech. So why did you call for me? I heard you just got back from the surface. We would benefit from having a capable scout up there for our search efforts. In short, Prince Gunnar would like to enlist your help in finding King Yargrim. I know nothing of his whereabouts. I'm not sure I can be of any help, especially if the trail is cold. We have not lost hope that King Yargrim still survives. I've heard rumor from such reliable spooks that he may be somewhere in a residential district. That's a tall order. In any case, I'll be heading there next. Let's see what I find. If you find him, you would be doing the realm and its people a great service. I hope to count you as a steadfast ally in its trying times. Good luck on your journey. What news do you bring to me? I may have discovered the identity of one responsible for sabotaging the Ascending Room. Well done, Edeni. The anticipation is killing me. Tell me, how did Hilda do it? Hilda had nothing to do with it. A dwarf named Erling did. He resides here. Right here, near the manor. What? Are you sure you have the right person? He was at the scene before the room malfunctioned, but he was the only suspect out of the guard's sight. Celis concluded as much too. Then I have no choice but to act. Dwarf or not, there are consequences for putting our people in danger. Thanks for bringing this to my attention. I'll handle this myself. I should bring news of this development to Hilda. What's your on mind, Outlander? Let's ask about the Icenair incident. I grew up hearing so many stories about Icenair. I have to admit, it's not what I expected. Icenair was once called the Jewel of Dalkham. Unlike most of our brethren, the dwarves here envisioned a progressive, independent city-state above ground. We believe we could achieve our goals by opening Icenair to innovative minds from the 5 realms. It worked. Migrants have thrived and trade prospered. We offer something that could not be found in Dalkham. Tensions have been rising for the past few decades between our natives and the drifters. A year ago, it erupted into a violent drought. I rallied my warriors to the city's defense, but the damage had been done. Then the King of Shades and his lieutenants suddenly appeared. The green flames sacked the city, and we have been surviving here ever since. As for Hilda, why the animosity between you and Hilda? Hilda's brother started inciting problems between Crown Loyalists and Drifters long ago. She then unified the riding factions of Icing against us. They called themselves Crimson Reign. After the Shane King's coup, we were all just looking to survive. Now we're forced to live together in this godforsaken hole. Unfortunately, that still hasn't stopped her from causing problems. She has dreams of grandeur, none of which will come to fruition on my watch. As for King Argham, what happens to King Argham? His whereabouts are currently unknown. He entertains diplomatic guests before the incident. I departed with King Prince Garner to quell the Crimson Reign uprising. That's when the King of Shades attacked. He captured King Argham while we were preoccupied. All escape from the city was cut off with the frost spell. Those of us who survived the Green Flames attack were led to safety here. We have Balthazar's to thank for that. A year has passed, but that has not stopped us from making regular journeys to Surus to seek him out. Never mind, sorry to bother you. So there's some information when you open the doors. Let's go talk to Hilda. I kinda wish I could run out on this map, but whatever. I report him to Haken. I assume he'll be turned to Erling over to the Guardians to avoid potential problems. Body all mutter, if what you say is true, then you have done the Crimson Reign and myself a great service. Now that we can put this whole mess behind us, I do believe I promised you a decent reward. I didn't do this for rewards, but I'll have to admit, my curiosity is piqued. Like you, I am one in a constant search of the truth. That requires a keen-eyed, objectivity, and gut instinct. So here's a little something befitting a detective of your caliber. Got the Columbo set, so we got some clothing. Wow, and it comes with a cane too. Sure you want to part with such a precious keepsake? Glad I'll have some proper tire next time I go sleuthing. Thanks again, Lyric. So you got Columbo. Yes, Lyric? Never mind. So I guess we're basically done with like all the in-town stuff. I guess we'll go check out our suit and then we'll call it for this episode. Alright, so Columbo. There it is. So should I wear this? Here's my Columbo set, by the way. Won't worry about that, though. I guess we got some good gear to basically start, adventuring with, but whatever. Well, we'll end it right here. I think next time we'll basically go to the recruiting board, have check out all the new fighters we can possibly get or not get. I don't think I see the I don't see guard type of a character, the guy I'm right here. Shaman says though. Some of these Oof, some of these characters seem to repeat a little bit. You know, what I might do is go with another one of these, like, you know, fencers. Perhaps one of these, like, Shadowmancers. And maybe the Blood Mage, just to have fun. But that'll be for next time to deal with, so we'll just leave it right here, as I said. So save the game. I hope you guys have enjoyed thus far, and just take care.